What was your biggest takeaway from Dillon Brooks versus LeBron?
The only chance the Bears gonna have. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna tie his hands behind his back and pour money on him. Because you do it in California is a stand your ground state. If you being attacked, you do not have to escape. You do not have to flee such.
Okay.
So if the Bear, if he got his hand tied behind his back and honey on him, the Bear gonna stay there. And LeBron gonna whip him. No excuses.
Shannon, you know and I know if we take that literally.
Yeah, I'll take it literally. You heard what I said. A grizzly. You know how big a grizzly is?
Do I?
Standing on his hind legs about 9 feet tall.
It is bigger than LeBron.
Weigh 1,500 pounds.
They do.
Claws about 5 inches. Who cares?
And by the way, they can run too.
He can outrun GOAT.
Yeah.
Well, I guess literally Dillon Brooks thought he was a grizzly. I guess literally.
I'll buy that.
Skip, look, LeBron didn't respond to Dillon Brooks. Look, Dillon Brooks got what he wanted. He said what he said because he doesn't have the game.
He doesn't.
To match what he said, his rhetoric.
Yeah.
So he said he got more clicks, more mentions. He was on every station. Everybody was talking about it.
Agreed.
Than he ever got for his game. Skip, the man averaged 10 points.
Yeah.
For being such a great defender, he averaged 10 points, 3 rebounds, 1 assist. No blocks, a half a steal a game for the defender. And people are here talking about he competing. How? Against who?
That's what he said.
He competed. No, there was other. I like guys that compete against LeBron because LeBron, you know, people make it easy on LeBron because he buddy. Dillon Brooks competing with himself.
Agreed.
That's who he competing with. He ain't competing with LeBron. He's trying to make a name for himself by talking. Okay, if you talk, Skip, at some point in time, your game gonna have to back up that rhetoric that you spewed.
Thank you.
And it didn't even come close.
No.
Now, after game 2, he won, he chirping. Whop, whop, whop. Game 3, they lose. Quiet of the church mouse.
Well,
Game 4.
Ducked. Yeah.
Ain't say a word.
Nope.
Game 5, he had a little bit of say. Game 6, out like a scout on a new route again.
Find.
So I'm trying to figure it out. Now, if y'all want the man to compete, competing also, you compete on the court, but win, lose, or draw, you go to the microphone after the game, you give them credit, or you say, this is what we did really well. We were able to do this, X, Y, and Z. I ain't heard all them people that were supporting Dillon Brooks competing, I ain't heard them say nothing now about him ducking the media. Skip, look. And Taylor Jenkins said, you know, I think it was the GM said that, you know, we had a lot of self-created problems. You did.
They did.
Dillon Brooks was the least of your problems. Now, if y'all want to pin that on Dillon Brooks, but you had some issues going on that preceded Dillon Brooks opening his mouth. Now, you probably want to address that. That Josh says, hey, I'm going to do a better job. I see better than I hear. He says that.
But at least he did own his part of it after the game.
What choices did he have in the matter?
Well, he could have just
let me ask you a question.
Yep.
Had he won, had they won this series, is Josh mentioned anything about he needs to change his behavior?
Obviously not.
Exactly. So all this other stuff he took, no. But Dillon Brooks, bro, come on, bro. I believe you can compete without being disrespectful. But I tell you what, if you talk it, you better be able to walk it.
Yep.
And his game was never going to be able to match. He doesn't have the game that can back up what he said. Okay, so Gary Payton. Okay, Larry Bird, Kobe, whatever they said on the court, or Jordan, or whomever.
Yep.
They got game that can back it up.
Absolutely.
But when you just chirping and you don't have the game.
Dennis Rodman had game.
Yes.
Big game. Go ahead.
Skip, I never understood. Well, he poked the bear, I poked bears. Well, I want to be the guy gave you 20 and 20, that was a 40. And then they beat you by 40. They beat you so bad, LeBron and AD said, hey, D-Hell, we taking the rest of the night off. They clocked out early.
They did.
Skip, this was embarrassing.
It was embarrassing.
Because this is only the 6th time in NBA history. So now you got a 8 seed beating a 1 6 times in NBA history, and now 7 seed beating a 2 6 times in NBA history.
Yeah.
And it happened twice in the same year. We don't normally get things like this, but I'm not surprised by this because I just thought the Lakers were a better team. And when AD comes to play, when AD dominant from the jump ball, Skip, ain't nothing coming in here, nothing.
Nope.
So if you don't make
5 blocks and 14 boards.
If you don't make it from the outside, don't bring your butt in this paint because I'm gonna throw it out.
He did. Okay, I'm gonna start off with what happened Friday night and frame it by the fact this was a very dangerous game for your Los Angeles Lakers because you don't want to blow it. You don't want to have to go back to Memphis to what used to be the grindhouse and can still be on occasion because they had the best record in the NBA at home.
Yes.
Best record. And I would have feared for LeBron and company if they had to go back for a Game 7. So that's why LeBron said we had a Game 7 mentality tonight.
You had to.
And they came out with it from jump. And I love the scores of these quarters, Shannon, because look at this. They win the first quarter by 11, the second by 6, the third quarter by 16, and the fourth quarter by 7. That adds up to plus 40 points.
Yes.
They destroyed Memphis in the way you need to destroy a dangerous opponent that has lipped off to you left and right. And the way you take it out on them, the way you shut their mouths and send them home is you beat them by 40 points.
Yes.
Well, in a
leave
game,
no doubt.
Hey, leave no doubt. And rub it in, just to annihilate them. You beat them so badly that they're all ducking from the media after the game, which is exactly, they were exposed for who they really are.
Right.
They're, especially Dillon Brooks, he's all bark and very, very little bite.
He's a character, but he's not the main character.
No.
I mean, Ja, chirping, but Skip, they figured that's their MO. They started this last year. Remember they came out here and beat the Lakers?
They did.
And they were chirping, and LeBron said, it's the last damn time y'all gonna be disrespecting me. Yeah. And the referee said, LeBron, calm down. He's like, hell no, I'm not calming down. These disrespectful, and they kept it going. And they thought it was cute.
They did.
And they kid and joking around, and now look at them.
They got it handed to them.
About 40.
Dare I say they got humbled? Dare I say that Dillon Brooks, according to several reports, will not be a Memphis Grizzly much longer? Because I think that Kleiman, you mentioned the GM, I think he was pointing his finger mostly at Dillon Brooks, because you can't call, you can call out some people, you can't call out that man. You can't after you win a game in this series and you say he's old. It's just it's beyond disrespectful. I'm not the biggest LeBron fan, and it deeply offended me, as you know. And also, what I couldn't understand was I didn't know why LeBron even needed to respond to him, because he's so beneath LeBron.
Right.
He's done nothing in this league, and he may wind up doing nothing in this league before it's all said and done. And remember what happened in game 3, the first one back in L.A. LeBron made a fadeaway reminiscent of the shot that passed Kareem. And then he goes up court and he starts in with Dillon Brooks. And Dillon Brooks is like, I got him. He's literally clapping back at him. I got him. I poked the bear and the bear growled at me, right? Okay. And then ahead of the next game, LeBron goes over to him, and I saw all kinds of different reports about what might or might not have been said, but it's like, you want this, you got it. It's that kind of...
What you looking for?
Yeah. Is that what you're looking for? That kind of... It's something in that vein with probably a little more spice added to it. And I'm like, LeBron, you don't need to do it. He's not worth the trouble. He's not in your universe in what you've achieved in this league. And then I tweeted late in the game on Friday night, I said, LeBron got the last laugh on Dillon, and I called him Bricks, because he's Bricks. He's Dillon Bricks, right? Isn't that what he is?
Well, he shot 31% from the floor and 21% from 3.
Okay.
And for a defender, Skip, and then in 6 games, he had 1 steal and 0 blocks. How are you a defender? Who are you competing with those stats in 6 games? Who are you competing against?
Hey, I hark back to the famous or infamous Russ line on Pat Bev. He tricking you.
He tricked.
Okay, but Pat Bev is not really. Pat Bev will D you up.
Pat Bev
can at least steal the ball.
He's made an All-NBA defensive team.
He has. This kid is all smoke and mirrors, and I mean like bad smoke, like not real smoke. It's just smoke, right? And come on, what? So then LeBron goes on social and he just goes after him after the game, and I'm like, LeBron, you did it on the court. You don't even need to do it.
I gotta let him know.
Okay. Do you really?
Yeah, I want to let him know, and I want the people that defended him to let him know.
Okay, yeah.
He was competing. Y'all still think he competing?
Okay, but isn't he beneath LeBron's dignity to have to waste those words? Because all you're doing is giving him more and more clicks. You are calling attention to somebody who deserves none of your attention, because you did it on the scoreboard. All you need to know is 125 to 85.
85?
To 85?
That's all they got, 85 points? 125
to 85, and Ja wasn't a whole lot better than...
No, he was bricking it. He was bricking it 3 of 16, 2 of 7.
Okay.
Hey, Skip, is there a party in that city? Hey, y'all party in Memphis?
It's a good... Good question. Yeah.
Y'all
Very good
party.
question.
There's a party in my city. I can't tell.
Hey.
We partied at 8.
Yeah. Listen, they got some soul searching to do. And I'm talking about upstairs, they got some soul searching. What exactly are we? Who are? I realized they lost Steven Adams and Brandon Clark, and those were big, literally big losses because they're big men. But, man, I'm looking next year. I'm not sure. They might be oversold, this team, because there's a whole lot of talking and not enough action.
Yeah.
They're not backing it up.
No. I mean, they get dynasty. I mean, can a dynasty even start before it's been built? I mean, at what?
I don't know. But, look, LeBron did what he needed to do.
Yeah.
And now it's just, I wish he'd just stayed away from social. But to your point, he deserved to do what he did. It's just beneath, it's too good for Dillon Brooks. He didn't deserve a send-off like that because now people are going to remember this as the Dillon Brooks series.
No,
right?
LeBron, you remember LeBron got him up out of Memphis. I was talking, he did all that talking.
I don't think LeBron got him up. I think he talked his way out of existence.
Well, Skip, if you could play, people don't care if you talk.
They don't.
Skip, Dennis Rodman wearing fingernail polish and makeup and wedding gowns, and ain't nobody got rid of him because he was leading the NBA in rebounding and he was a hell of a defender. They don't care about all that talking.
San Antonio finally said, okay, I think that's enough.
Skip, the man took his shoes off for the sideline. They tried to hit him in the game, and he got his leg crossed with no shoes on.
Right.
And that's what enough is enough. I mean, you know the man had gone too far. I mean, you can't go too far.
In a whole playoff series with Madonna.
I mean, you can't go too far.
All right.
But they don't mind the talking, Skip, if you can back up what you're saying.
Yep.
He never could back up what he was saying. And that was the problem. That's not competing.
If he could actually defend somebody, I'd say, okay, I give you the defense. And I used to tell you early in the year, I think he's a pretty good defender. No, he's not. He's not.
No,
he can't guard LeBron in his dreams.
All he do foul.
Yeah.
He's like, I